presented by GBD Media.
Let's get ready to rumble! Hey, what happened? What happened? Hey, what happened? Somebody call mama! What are you people? On dope?
You again?
What happened? Hey, what happened? What if this is his losing?
Yeah, well, here we go. Welcome to another case of Mental Case Dads. If you're watching out there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Go on, do it. We got a show for you. I'm pretty excited about this one. Isaacc Towell's in the house from Isaacc Towell Comedy. We'll have to hear what he has to say about everything that's going on in this crazy 2020 that we have going on. Hey, if you're listening, all you maniacs, make sure you check out our Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter account, and that's at Mental Case Dads. That's for all three of them, so we made it easy for you. Because if you're anything like me, you're not that bright, so we got to make it easy for some people. All right, let's get into her. Isaacc, how you doing, brother?
Not too bad, man. How you doing?
I'm doing not too shabby. It's a little hot in this studio today, but it's always hot in this studio. So you look like you're nice and comfortable.
Yeah, I live in a basement, so.
Oh, even better, eh? It's nice and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first time you've been on Mental Case Dads.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. As you can see, it's just me tonight. The boys, one of them's working afternoons and the other one is a kid issue thing or whatever. So I do this thing every so often, usually by myself. It's a wacky tobacco kind of thing. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to turn a wacky tobaccos into a smoke sesh for me. Now, not everybody smokes weed. I know that, but I do. So we will have a good time, and I think we'll have some fun. What do you think?
I think hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking right. So
I won't partake, but you know.
That's fine. So you do not smoke weed. I talked to you earlier. You said you had quit a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I quit some time ago. I quit. I started slowing down probably grade 11 or 12, and then I probably
So just 1 or 2 years ago, then.
8 years ago. Yeah,
8 years,
pretty much.
8 years. Wow. So what made you stop? Just you're too chronic, or what?
It was a mental health thing. I think what it was ultimately was I didn't really give my brain that much of a chance to develop. I started smoking pretty religiously come grade 7. And I started grade 7 up until a heavy grade 11. It was every day until grade 11, and I was having this severe mental issues and stuff. So I decided that was what I had to quit doing for a while.
Yeah,
and I just never got back into it. I'm okay with it now. My girlfriend.
You know what? That's great. I mean, if you don't, if it's what is your vice? Is there a vice that you have? Beer? Yeah, a beer drinker. That's the Canadian way to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So, where are you calling us from now? Where are we seeing you from now?
I'm in Toronto.
I'm in
Toronto. Yeah.
Okay.
New York.
So you're a Toronto fan. Are you a fan of the Maple Leafs?
After that series, I don't know. No, yeah, I am. I'm a lifer. I'm a go hard lifer. I should be used to it by now.
I'm broken. I'm brokenhearted over it. It's one of those things. It was devastating. I was completely shocked. But Columbus
it was brutal.
Columbus played a good game. That goalie is incredible.
Korpisalo was having an amazing. He had a great series. He kind of came out of nowhere too. Him and Merzlikins, I think, were kind of sharing the net all season.
Yeah, I think he got hurt at the beginning of the season, and they pulled him. And then the other goalie was doing so well, they kept him in there. And good for Torts on figure. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He played a game again today against Tampa. Was it Tampa? Yeah, and they won. So they're
Columbus did.
Columbus did. So that series is 8 periods. Could you imagine playing 8 periods? I don't know.
Jones, I think, played 60 minutes, which is a full game.
65 minutes was Jones. Yeah. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Like, as a fat guy, I don't think I could handle that. I might actually, you know what? Maybe I should do that a little more often, because maybe then I wouldn't be a fat guy.
Oh, Christ, man. I play shinny every now and then, and after like a 30-second shift, I'm gassed and winded. And
it's horrible. Yeah, I haven't played hockey in about 2 years now. Yeah. I did the goalie thing. I did the playing out thing. My last goalie game, I got blasted in the back of the leg. I was like, "Fuck that! I'm done with this shit. I'm not a pro. I can leave anytime I want." So
no doubt.
Yeah,
man. The one thing I will say about that Columbus series is, like, I was like, it was Columbus played some of the most efficient but boring hockey I've ever seen.
Absolutely, and they're still doing it. They're still doing. I was thinking maybe that the goalie had stolen that series, but they are playing good.
They have one of the best defensive cores, in my opinion. Them and Carolina have two of the best defensive cores.
I thought Toronto was going to walk all over them. Yeah. And then my son reminded me that they did sweep Tampa last year. I'm like,
However,
but that's a year later.
A bunch of players on that team.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But they look good today, too. I'm shocked. Who do you think's going to win the Cup? You got a prediction or what?
Christ, I hope it's not Boston, but I think they got a real shot. I think I would like to see, like, I'm rooting for Carolina, honestly, because I was always a big fan of Gardner and James Reimer, and I think the Toronto fan base.
I'm a huge Reimers fan.
Them dirty. Yeah. So nothing would please me more than to see them lift the cup for them. I think Colorado's got a real shot now. They got a nice deep team. You know, putting Kadri on that team actually added a lot of depth to that.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, Colorado looks good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was thinking maybe Vegas.
Vegas would be a great, they got a real team. Obviously, Washington you can't ever count out either. Like that.
No, you got Ovi on that team. You can never count him out. I'm a little shocked that the Penguins got beat up by Montreal, but like, fuck me. That sucks,
man. Yeah, you're a Steelers fan, eh? I guess maybe.
I am. I'm a little bit of a Steelers fan, just a little bit. I've actually got this studio decked out in pretty much all Steelers gear. It's pretty cool. We'll have to have you in here sometime. Maybe when it's not so fucking balls hot in here.
Yeah. When you guys cool it down.
Yeah. It's brutal in here right now. No. Thank God there's only me.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad. I got a couple of questions here for you, and you have to answer them.
Okay. All right.
That's the rule.
I like the way this is going on.
Yeah. What were you like as a kid? Were you a pain in the ass or a jokester? I think every comedian has some sort of story as a kid, especially where that's probably where they knew, hey, this is probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I will say, yeah. Oh, I was a nightmare as a kid. I'll give my parents. I'll give my parents credit where credit is due. Like, I obviously had a tough go at it because I had like my mental illness issues, and then I was like just like a shitty kid that didn't listen to anybody, and so I was constantly going back and forth with my dad and whatnot. Terrible. And then my teachers, my poor teacher, like I was so desperate for attention and laughter.
Absolutely. Yeah.
My mom got a call from the VP of our high school saying that I was easily the worst student that they'd ever dealt with, like all of this shit.
Wow. We sound identical.
Yeah. It was tough. I got pulled aside in my last year of high school to say that I wasn't allowed to come back to the victory lap and all this stuff.
Oh, shit.
Take your certificate and get the hell out.
Yeah. Go fuck off. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it was a nightmare to deal with. I kind of feel bad for the teachers. But when I think about it, what ended up happening, like grade 11, late 11 and 12, I tried kind of actually turning over elite, like try not being the class clown and be so shitty all the time. But at that point, I developed such a bad reputation with the teachers. I didn't really have a fighting chance the moment I walked in that.
Now, you have mentioned a couple of times, and this show it's about comedy, it's about having a good time, but it's also about mental awareness and mental illness. I'm a host that has bipolar disorder. I was actually diagnosed probably maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the whole COVID-19 pandemic had started. Wow. So it's pretty new to me. So now I took the response, and it was devastating when I first found out because, I mean, you don't want to be told something like that. I mean, but now that I've been through it and I've been told that I've got bipolar and now I'm on medication to make it better, things have gotten a lot better. What could you tell a young person that's listening out there that's going through something right now that maybe doesn't know they have an illness, that it's not their fault?
Yeah, I think a big thing is seek the help.
Absolutely.
I know, especially at that age, it's so hard to open up. And again, I didn't have a great reputation. I didn't have a great relationship with my dad, and my parents at times, so it was tough for me to kind of talk about these things. But I definitely now, over the years, like I've developed some pretty severe addictions as well. And my dad has been incredibly supportive. It's like you'd be surprised.
That's awesome.
Who cares about you?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I would say just like, I don't know, just open up and talk to it about it, because there is services out there that are there for you, for your benefit, to help
Absolutely.
you. And it's nice to talk to somebody that doesn't judge, like a therapist or whatever, that doesn't know you from Adam.
It's just, sometimes you just need to vent, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be a kid's helpline or some sort of helpline, or you know what, worst comes to worst, and if you're thinking bad thoughts, people, and you're out there, call 911. If that's your last option, make sure you call 911, but talk to somebody. That's the biggest thing. I think the stigmatization of mental illness is getting better. It's still not the best, because I still see some things where we could probably work on. But again, it's not an easy topic to talk about.
No, I think the next biggest step would have to be for it is for mental health things to fall under the universal healthcare umbrella. And to me, that's a huge thing, especially with people. As a comedian, we're all poor as fuck. Like nobody has money here. Yeah, and it's expensive to pay $80 an hour for a therapist or whatever, and that should be all included.
It should be covered. Absolutely. I think hopefully we're on the track of going that way, due to the fact that mental awareness is much more announced nowadays. I mean, what we have the Bell thing, and more actresses and comedians and whatever are talking about it and coming out and saying, hey, I have this or I have that, and let's talk about it, let's make it aware, and let's get better at it. So hopefully, maybe in 10 years everybody will be sane. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, well,
I think the odds are not in our favor, especially when we like the people to the south, like down below us, that country.
What a nightmare.
It's fucking crazy over there, man.
Yeah. That leader they got, I can't. Whatever. He's a walking, talking cartoon. He doesn't seem like a real person.
I got kicked off of Twitter yesterday. No, not yesterday, but the day before, for threatening the president of the United States.
You've been put on a list somewhere for
sure. So what I had said, because I had appealed the kickoff to, so they only kicked me off for 12 hours, so not a big deal. I can threaten him again tomorrow. I don't care. But I had told him I wish he would get COVID and die. And I said, I hope your family gets COVID and dies. And by the way, would you hurry up and get COVID and die? Yeah. So they didn't like that.
Apparently not.
No, so whatever. What are you going to do, right?
That's funny. I had a friend that used to send him tweets about certain specific ways that he could actually kill himself. It was a pretty dark.
Just help him out.
Yeah,
you know what?
Got kicked off.
I hate the word hate because it means to kill, but I really do hate that guy.
Yeah, same.
Like I do. Like I don't know what it is. He's such a dipshit. He's such a horrible individual. And people eat it up.
I know one of the things that pisses me off the most is like people are always like, "Well, he's refreshing. At least he tells the truth." I'm like, no, he lies more than any other.
No,
and don't get me wrong. I'm not defending all the other politicians. They've lied.
They all lie. Yeah.
Well, of course they do.
Yeah.
But he is not a truthful man. He talked about draining the swamp. He just brought his buddies in. Like he's like this. He's using this veil of like patriotism that people are eating up, but he's not patriotic at all.
I don't even think he could spell the fucking word patriot. So
he definitely cannot.
He's a complete idiot. The best part of his presidency was the time he was walking up the stairs and he had the shit tickets stuck to the bottom of his his shoes. That to me was priceless.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, that was great.
I liked when the TikTok kids screwed over his rally. Like I think there was
yes,
up all of his tickets.
Yeah, they bought up.
He's like talking about closing down TikTok, which is really funny because I think he's just bitter about it. But he's like trying to make it like, oh, it's a Chinese thing. They're trying to get non-American people.
I know everything to him is a Chinese thing.
Yeah,
it's always the Chinese fault.
China. It's always
he hates Canada now too, and you know what? I'm not too far off from hating him either. So I don't get why he would pick on us. Like, we're innocent. We're the ones that make peace, man. Leave us alone.
I know. We've been America's buddy for a long time.
For a long time. Yeah, we actually, if this never happened, I'd be at Darien Lake right now with the kids.
Yeah.
This would have been our holiday time, and we usually go there once a year, and we love going there. We love going to the States, and lots of good people there, and it just sucks that they got a shitty leader, but...
Yeah, a lot of people stuck in weird circumstances there. You know, that country's been in turmoil for quite some time. They haven't really been able to figure it out. And,
no, but you know what? It makes for some great comedy. I'm sure, like, the lineups are just... Always, you know what, though,
the Trump thing's been overdone now. Now it's like all the comedians are like, okay, like, move, like, fuck, man, we're sick of making fun of you.
Can we move on? Can we get to the next president?
Yeah.
Has it not felt like 8 years already with Trump? Like, I know he's only been 4 years, but it feels like an eternity for me. Yeah. I can't imagine if he wins this year. It'll be,
I don't think he will, because I'm seeing a lot of even like because like, on my Facebook, I have a thing where I refuse to delete anybody. Like, I like to try and keep it all of the crazy, no matter how insane the thoughts are, all over so I can kind of keep track of what's happening.
I'm in the same boat, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of like former Trump supporters turning their back on him now. So it's like,
I think the whole COVID thing kind of got voters a little bit more, right? Because Trump doesn't believe it. I think he thinks it's a fairy tale, like it's not a real thing. And
he did for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and then like the U.S. is like I think the biggest hotspot right now for COVID-19. I know Florida's got more cases alone than I think Canada all combined. It's crazy. Well, you know what? We wish them nothing but the best. Hopefully they get everything gets better there. But hey, you never know.
Nah, well, it'll be a long process, but yeah, hopefully it looks like things are kind of starting to move in the right direction. With
I think
a bunch of things, like
I think so. So, what made you get into comedy, man?
I hated doing everything else.
Yeah, fucking boxes or working on a line for sure.
Yeah, So like, cause I come from like a pretty small community, so it was like either like I come from Sarnia-ish, Ontario, which is all like chemical processing plants and whatnot. So it's like either work in the plants or work as like a server, and that's it.
So when you were old enough, you said, fuck it, I'm out of here. You come straight to Toronto?
No, I went to Niagara for a year. For a year for like Niagara on the Lake outside of St. Catharines for sport management.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting into. Again, I was told I wasn't allowed to go back to high school. My dad and I had a really bad relationship, so I was like, fuck it, I'm moving somewhere. And that was the school that accepted me, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm moving here. I didn't go to class. I partied, developed my addictions way worse at that point, and then it was just like I flunked out, and then came home and I worked in the oil industry for a couple of years, and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And then I went to Toronto. It's funny, man. I went to Humber College for comedy. Like they had
no way. They have a thing there at Humber College. Wow.
And I heard about this when I was like a young kid. My mom was like, because my mom was always like super supportive. She knew that I was like a performer. Like I just did anything for the laugh always.
Yeah.
And sometimes it made her laugh.
It's just in you,
like,
right?
Yeah. It's in your DNA. And she was like, well, Humber has this thing. And I remember being like 8 or 9 years old. And I was like, yeah, that's where I'm going to go one day. And then I got older and like grade 8, I found out how much comedians make. And I was like, fuck that. and then after, at some point, that's when I realized like, I actually don't really care that much about money. Like I'm just going to go do something I want to have fun and enjoy life doing. As opposed to forcing myself to. And don't get me wrong, I am working a job as well on the side, but it's like I don't have to do these huge, crazy full-time hours. Like
you can still get some money on the side there and do your dream, right? Yeah. The biggest thing is following your dream. I actually talked to son of a bitch! I just fucking burned myself on my joint. God damn joint. I was talking to another comedian yesterday. And she was telling me, because I was telling her, like, you get always those people who will tell you no, right? And when you hear it from so often, and you know what, a lot of the time too, it can be your family. Like, don't do that. That's stupid, right? Like, why would you get into that? And so my thing now is to not listen to the naysayers and start doing things for myself and start following your dreams, right? Yeah. Well, dude, life's too short to fucking listen to everybody else's bullshit, man.
I've also just like, I've even seen it like among like a lot of my friends just being back home. You know, I go back home and visit them and whatnot, and just like how fucking miserable they are. They did like the typical thing. You marry your high school sweetheart, start a family, you work the job that you hate. The two that got married, they end up despising each other. There's always some sort of adultery happening, and then it's like, fuck, man, what's the point? I'm running away, man.
Somebody's fucking around on somebody, or that's a
common thing,
pain in the ass. So
so it's just like that was one of those decisions for me too.
That's that guy's wife cheating on him.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I recognize that sound.
So what are you doing in your spare time other than friggin' making videos in your underwear?
Yeah. I do that for the most part.
Yeah.
I've been playing way too many video games lately.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We just got a Switch. I don't know how hard you guys know it is to get a Switch right now during the COVID.
Is it really?
Insane. Dude, it sucks. I called like maybe 15 EB games the other day, and all of them were sold out. Went to Toys R Us. They have a little video game station. They're all sold out. And I went down to like Duffer Mall in Toronto, and then I just called there maybe a couple hours prior. They said they're all sold out, and I walked in. And I was like, "You guys don't happen to have a Switch for sale, do you?" And they were like, "Oh, we just signed off on a box 5 minutes ago."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Give me one of those fucking things." Like,
yeah.
We've been looking for one for months.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A bunch of Zelda.
I've been searching for a bloody outdoor shower. We're supposed to be going to the trailer. Well, we have a travel trailer, a 30-foot travel trailer that we pull behind the truck and stuff like that. So we're going up to Emily Park. I don't know if you know where that is.
No. Where is that?
Omimi, Peterborough area.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's up there, and but they have no showers or anything in the parks now. Now. My family
can. Thing, or did they just not originally?
No, yeah, that's a COVID thing. The shower, so you can use the washrooms. So I guess sitting on someone else's fucking ass sweat is fine, but you can't shower.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I was looking for a outdoor shower. Like you can buy those at Sale or Canadian Tire or Walmart. No, you can't. Fucking everything is gone. Camping gear, you can't find nothing now.
Yeah, everybody's buying it. Everybody's just like grabbing the shit when they can because we're running out of things, I guess.
Yeah, we're just running out of shit. Well, maybe that's because it's coming from the States and we're not allowed to have anything anymore from there because we're the bad people. Crazy, man. Yeah, so you can't find a shower, can't find a Switch. So you got your Switch game. You've been playing lots of games.
Lots of Zelda,
You've been watching lots of TV too, or what?
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of TV. I haven't like I rewatched Game of Thrones recently, but I haven't been really watching
too much
much anymore. Yeah, I watched The Righteous Gemstones actually recently, which is really fun.
I haven't seen that one. I think I've watched The Office, the series probably 3 times since COVID, over and over. That's got to be my all-time favorite show.
Which one?
The Office.
Oh, The Office. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I thought you said something else after that. Yeah, it's a great show. I probably watched it 4 or 5 times.
Oh fuck, man! It's that guy's comedy is by far to me the best. I love it.
It's, in my opinion, actually is the best sitcom ever written. It's like one of those shows that was quote unquote overrated, but it deserved to be. Like, it was
absolutely.
Every single episode, like I look at it from an analytical standpoint. It's just like every episode has that tight joke, like 4 or 5 of those punchlines that hit you have like a gut laugh.
It hurts. It's funny that you said that because something had happened pretty traumatic in our family about a week ago, and I was in here and it broke me, man. This news had broke me, so I was in here sobbing, and so I put on The Office and just in the background, and there was a couple of times, man, I got the snot bubbles and the fucking just tears just flowing, and then Michael Scott would say something stupid, and I like it would kind of break that that cry a little bit, but yeah, he could get me every time. But I love that show.
Yeah, it's a classic. Michael Scott's character is so good. Steve Carell's
I think it was just an amazing all-around crew.
The cast was great.
Yeah, just a great show, man. Yeah, what got to be my favorite. I'll probably watch that 100 more times before I die. It's one of those shows that I put in the background no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm in the studio or in the house or wherever. It's usually on one of the TVs somewhere.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where the jokes don't get old. Like I think like like don't get me wrong, I enjoyed like Seinfeld or whatever growing up, but the jokes get dated. Like you watch,
Yeah.
like, it's tough for me to imagine. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's tough for me to imagine these jokes getting bad at some point. Like,
Yeah.
like if I try to get through an episode of Friends, I want to kill myself. It's the worst show I've ever seen. It's so bad. And like my girlfriend watches it sometimes. I'm like watching. I was like, man, the jokes are fucking brutal. But I guess at that point, that was funny. That was good.
Oh shit! I watched Friends, man. That's funny you say that.
I liked it as a kid because I don't know. I was just watching it and I was like, oh,
well, that was probably the only thing came on, right? Well, like I was trying to tell my kids, I'm like, the reason that we don't have good TV and good sitcoms and shit like that anymore, and we do the odd one, but back in the day, the reason Three's Company and Married with Children and I don't know, that Steve Urkel one, what was that one called?
Oh, I can't remember.
Whatever that was. The reason those shows did so well was because that's the only thing that was on TV.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't go to Netflix and I couldn't go to Disney Plus and then all these other platforms. You guys can watch literally a million shows and you've got them at the palm of your hand.
And quite literally, in the age of internet, you can get anything. I mean, the World Wide Web, the fucking pirates of the internet will hook you up with everything you could ever imagine. So it's like we have so many kind of options now.
It's crazy how much. I literally have this TV on all the time because, like you said before, I try to stay up to date with everything. So I'll watch news, I'll watch comedy shows, I'll watch documentaries, and like it's always all over the place. Whether it's sports or it doesn't end. You try to stay in the now, right? And shit, there's so much out there to keep up with the now. It's fucking tough. Crazy.
People ask you questions about things, and you're like,
that happened?
Yeah, I didn't
it
even
is
know
2020.
That, try it.
Yeah. So, what's your take on the mask thing, man? Everybody's got their own opinion, so what's your take?
My take is like here's the logical side of my brain is like, okay, here. Like I just don't understand the whole anti-mask movement in the regards of, here's the thing that I will tell you about myself. It's like I do have a thing where I try and empathize with literally everybody under every circumstance, under every situation. I don't believe the world is black and white. I believe it's vast majority gray area, and I think everything's circumstantial.
Yes.
So I think there is a reason that people are the way they are, and they think the way they do. So that being said, it's like, I have a tough time empathizing, though, with the anti-mask argument, saying that it doesn't work because the virus itself is a water droplet. It's not airborne, so it's a water droplet virus.
Yeah.
And there's literally a barrier in front of your face that would stop large water droplets. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. It's like, so obviously that's a no-brainer that this thing is, whether it's incredibly effective or not, it's not even the argument that I'm making, that it is doing something. There is some sort of purpose for it. Now I do, because again, I have all the anti-maskers and then all the pro-maskers, and everybody's fighting on my Facebook now, and it's like, my take on it is like, I don't think the virus is as serious as a lot of people are saying. Like, I do wish the news would talk about a lot of different things. There's a lot of, Hollywood, for example, is crumbling now with like the whole child trafficking rings coming up, and I wish we were talking about that more. Or the Yemen crisis happening, like. A lot of things going on globally, and all we can talk about is COVID. So that is one thing that does annoy me. So I do agree with that aspect of it, but at the same time, it's like, just wear the fucking mask when you're inside, man. Just think about other people for once.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Well, that's my take on it too. Whether you like it or not, if it offends somebody, just wear it. Like, why?
Yeah.
All right, but
a lot of the arguments they're saying, it's like it's infringement on their rights, and they're like, where does it stop? They're trying to. It's like, I think it stops here, man. Honestly, I think you're putting too much thought into this.
I agree. It's not like they're asking you to friggin' shoot somebody for fuck's sakes, but
I know it's like, just wear them, and they're not governing your life. They're saying when you're inside shopping somewhere, just put the mask on, then fucking leave and take it off. Like, you don't have to wear it all the time.
It's not something you have to surgically implant over your face now.
But people are treating it like it's Nazi Germany. I was like, dude,
I know.
Like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're making that comparison? That's insane. Like, I've genuinely seen, like...
it's crazy. If you don't wear your mask, we're going to put you in a gas chamber.
Yeah, what a privileged way of looking. Like, clearly you've never dealt with anything real in your life.
People are truly stupid. You can't fix stupid, and that's such a true statement. It really is. But... okay, so I got a really good question here, and you're going to be the first one, and I'm going to ask this on every Wacky Tobacco episode.
All right.
And I will answer the question, too. So just so you know, This is for your friends, and they won't get hit. Let me read the question. So out of all your friends, who would you push down a flight of stairs?
Who would I push down a flight of
and
stairs?
why? And you know they're not going to get hurt too bad. Like just a little bit hurt, like nothing serious, maybe a broken arm, minor shit. Which one of your friends are you pushing down a flight of stairs? And you have to push one of them. Because if not, if not, all your other friends die.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, I think under those
it may make it a little easier now for you to push one of your friends down the stairs.
Well, I think under those circumstances, the friend being pushed would be very understanding. Be like, well, I guess all of your other friends are going to die, so get this over with. That's a tough one. I don't know. I would probably choose like one of my shorter friends, like maybe my buddy Morgan, because he would have like a lower center of gravity. He'd be able to like tuck and roll easier. He wouldn't hurt himself.
He could just roll down.
Yeah, he rolled down the stairs. Like I wouldn't do that to one of my big friends, Just be like,
oh God! You wouldn't want to ruin the house either, right?
No, you don't want to break the
like
house.
if you're sending a guy my size down a flight of stairs, I'm taking shit with me. Like I'm not going down easy, right? I might take the banister, the pictures, the entire wall. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Morgan, I think he's short, he's low center of gravity, he's athletic enough, he'll be able to roll it off.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I said mine would be my buddy Michael because I don't know. Right now at this time, I just think he deserves it.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get him back.
Sometimes you just got to push someone down the stairs. Yeah.
I hope Michael's listening to this.
He'll be listening. Oh, that's awesome. So what are you doing now? As of I know nobody's getting into. Well, actually, they've actually started opening up a couple of clubs. I don't know if you knew this, and Ontario Place is doing like a drive-in thing as well.
A drive-in? What is Ontario Place?
Ontario Place. What do you mean? What is Ontario? You live here, and you live in Toronto, don't you?
I don't go out and do things, man. I just I go do odd shows and I write and I play video games. I don't actually.
Oh fuck! Ontario Place downtown. They're doing a drive-in. Ian Sirota's performing there this weekend, I believe.
How are they doing it? Where's an area big enough downtown to do a drive-in?
At Ontario Place.
I guess. Well, where is that? Is that
that's right on the water, right on the.
Is that like where the concert, like the venue?
Yeah,
is?
That's where they would have the concerts and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Then they had like bumper boats and shit there, and splash pads, and what's the Budweiser stage? Is there? Place. Is it called Budweiser stage now? I think so.
It used to be Molson Canadian Amphitheater.
Yes, so that's the place I'm talking about. So yeah, I saw that online the other day. I was like, that's cool. The only thing is they're doing like everybody's going to stay in their car, so you pay by carload and whatnot. But I mean, that'd still be a great time.
Yeah, it would definitely be fun. I mean, I haven't been to a drive-in, in probably 15 years.
And have you ever been to one where you're watching stand up? Like that'd be friggin' awesome.
No.
That'd be
really
pretty
fun,
cool, yeah. I don't. Now I heard in the past they were talking about when you guys get back to doing what you guys do best and getting on stage, wearing a mask on stage. That's got to be like most comedians will use facial expressions.
Yeah, big time.
So
it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I would probably say no. You'll have to wait.
Yeah, a lot of jokes too are it's the emphasizing of certain even vowels or sounds coming out of like syllables. So it's like if you have that muffled sound between you and a microphone too. I just feel like you can. I don't know. Maybe some people will do it, and some people would be fine. I feel like that's something that I would not be interested in personally. Like I'd rather
I don't think
my own mic or something.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be interested in something like that either. It's just. I don't know. The facial expression thing for me is the biggest thing, right? And then there are some comics that you want to wear more of a mask, right?
Yeah.
Like cover up more of their face. I don't know.
Yeah, you want some comics wearing full body suits. You want some comics just not being there, honestly.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, you were talking about your dad.
Right.
You and your dad, you said you had a hard relationship. I had a hard relationship with my son, too, when he was young. I was really hard on him. This is pre-diagnosis and stuff like that, too. But I got closer to him about 2 years ago now. Two and a half years ago now. We've been pretty tight because I've recognized my downfalls and I'm willing to fix them.
Sure.
Now, you said you and your dad you're tight now?
Define tight. We get along.
Well, you get along. You get along. So you can communicate. So you don't talk a lot, or no? Yeah.
Even when we are in the same room, it's like we have like a couple of conversations about what's going on.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. How do you find that? Because I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't talk to my dad or my mother at all. And sometimes it plays with me. Other times I think it's better for my own sanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it depends on. I think, again, circumstantial. I think every situation is a little bit different. I think it's good for me to try and develop somewhat of a relationship with my dad. But some people, it is just like, I have a buddy from Scotland, and his parents just absolutely fucking suck, and they just chose the booze over their whole family, kind of a thing. And it's just like, he doesn't talk to them, he doesn't spend any time around them, and he's way better off this way. So I think it all depends on your circumstance and how far gone they are personally. It's like, is there even a point to try and make a relationship with this individual?
Well, my biggest thing with my parents is they're very religious. Oh my God, I keep telling my wife I was raised in a cult, because that's literally what it was, and that's our biggest our beef when it comes to my parents. Like, I don't even talk to them. I call my brosis is in the midst of transitioning.
Yeah.
And they've completely just said, no, we don't want anything to do with you. So that's when I was like, you know what? Fuck you too then. I'm out.
That's just
I'm
being
gonna
a
stand
parent that doesn't.
I got to stand up for what I believe in, right? And the way I look at it, like I said, life is too short. Why fucking hate, man?
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's like, this is your kid, man. This should take priority over everything else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This child is like what you brought and birthed into this world. They didn't have to be here. This is you should care more about them than anything else.
Yeah,
the fact
absolutely.
That your religion speaks intolerance or whatever, then that means you're wrong. In my opinion.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Yeah, religion just drives me up the freaking wall. I'm just fucking pick up another book. One other book. If you pick up one other book and maybe some science books or something with real truth in it, maybe you'll learn a bit.
That would disprove a lot of the things that you.
My God, dude, the amount of research that I've done, and just for my own being, right? Just because I want to educate myself, and like you said in the past, be in the now and at least have some knowledge of something. They just want to stick to the one book, and maybe one other one was purpose-driven life or something. I don't fucking know.
My parents personally are actually pretty religious as well. But they're not infuriatingly religious, if that makes any sense. Like, they have my mom, for example, is like, if every Christian was like her, I would actually probably love the religion myself. But she's an incredibly wonderful human being in that regard, and she's a Dutch Reformed kid of 9 other kids, and most of the family turned their back on her one gay brother, and it was like she was like the only one that didn't. So it was just like, I don't know, her to me was like my role model kind of a thing, and I was like, yo,
she's a hero, man.
Yeah, I was like, I really like, and my dad's like, he was like pretty religious too, but they were like united. So we weren't like Catholic or anything insane like that. We were united, which is one of the most tolerant kind of Christianity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were Pentecostal, so we were the big time. Yeah, that's what I grew up in, man. Same with my wife. She grew up the same way, and I actually brought my wife to her first movie, which that was a sin back then too. Going to the movies, yeah, crazy, man. And it's funny how far people can grow and come by just educating themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, just putting the extra effort.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I used to go to like youth groups, and we had like a movie night, and I brought Harry Potter, and I kind of got in trouble for it.
Oh, really? Dude, you want to hear one even better? I used to be a pastor.
Are you serious? Are you shitting me?
A youth pastor, yeah.
Oh, youth pastor? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I did that for a brief moment in my life.
How long?
I probably did it for about 2 years.
That's pretty substantial compared to what I thought you were going to say. Like, I was thinking like a couple months or something.
No, I did it for about 2 years, and I don't know, man. Some of the shit that I seen, it just breaks you. But you know what? Life's too short. Love, love, love. That's what I keep telling people, man.
Well, if Christians were smarter and could actually interpret the teachings of Christ, that's what they would be doing. That was like his whole jam. It was like the New Testament. It was like, you love thy neighbor. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter who they are.
It's love, right? Their biggest thing is that word homosexuality.
I know,
like
it's not even mentioned once. Yeah.
They really that word just. Oh, it's an abomination, it's an abomination. And I keep reminding them that word didn't exist until the 1800s, and the Bible was written well before that. So
a couple of years before that.
And if you look even deeper, they replaced the word adultery. So all you fucking white guys out there that like to cheat on your wives and shit, you're not in the free, boy.
Yeah, that's one of the...
It wasn't homosexuality, it was friggin' adultery.
I know, it's bonkers how they'll cling on to any like weird little thing that just kind of personally aligns with their belief system, and they go, well, now I'm justified in feeling this way.
It's what I call them is the page terrors. They only tear at the pages they don't want and keep the ones they do, right?
Yeah.
But so you are home right now. Mm-hmm. Are you married? You got any kids that you know of?
No, I don't have the big family thing going. I'm just living with my girlfriend and my kitty cat.
So you're a cat person?
You know what, man? It's funny that's a question that is asked so frequently. I am a well-trained animal person.
Yeah.
I'm a nice animal. I don't give a shit whether it's a cat or a dog or whatever, but one thing I do hate is a poorly trained animal or a shitty, mean-spirited
Yeah, I'm an animal lover myself. Yeah, I've got 2 Boston Terriers, and I had a lab, which we just put down almost a month ago now.
Oh, wow.
It was tough. It was tough, but we got through her, and we still think about her. Actually, her birthday is today. It would have been her birthday today, the 13th of August, but... yeah, she was a good dog. It's hard losing an animal. They become your family, right?
Big time. Yeah.
So
you just get so used to them being around too. Like they're just there. They have certain like schedules based around your schedule, and they cuddle you at certain times, and they want to do certain things and they just become like a part of your everyday life. So when you lose that, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah. It's definitely tough, losing any, like, I'm not getting a dog here in Toronto. It's just, I don't have enough space. I wouldn't feel right and I want a bigger dog, and I wouldn't feel right cramming them into a little
something like a Great Dane or
yeah, Danes are pretty relaxed. Those are like, my sister has a Dane and he's hilarious. They're very slow. They don't do anything.
That's what I need is a slow dog. I can't have anything that works faster than I do.
Yeah, no doubt. Yipping and they're just so annoying.
Yeah. No, that sucks, man. Where can we find Isaacc Towell?
Honestly, right now, man, I got no gigs coming up for the time being, but follow me at Isaacc Towell Comedy on Instagram. I think I also have a TikTok. I post on it every now and then. I'm not sure
all right.
that app, but you can find Isaacc Towell on Comedy on TikTok. Same thing on Twitter, Isaacc Towell or Isaacc Towell Comedy. Facebook, Isaacc Towell Comedy. Like, it's
right on.
I'm pretty much stuck to that brand.
Make sure that's perfect, man. You got to brand yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it, dude. That's why. That's what I'm doing here, man. Just that's all we can do is brand ourselves, right? And
hope for the best.
We'll see. So you know what, man? It's been awesome.
Brother.
I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We will have you back. If you have anything you want to promote, send me a picture. We'll put it on Facebook. We'll have you back on the show. We'll do whatever. Just keep us posted, man. And like Beautiful. I said, when it's not so freaking balls hot in here, we'll have you in the studio. But yeah, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, buddy.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, everyone. If you're watching, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're listening out there, make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page. That was Isaacc Towell. Very excited to have him on the show. Thank you very much, Isaacc. That was great. Yeah, so hey, that was our wacky tobacco, man. A little toke sesh there, and I think it went well. Maybe we'll even change it up with some different music the next time. But anyway, peace out. Love ya.